Everything from this point on is yes sir, no sir, yes ma'am, no ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, head on out, say your goodbyes. Here we go.
My name is Kathy Yeager, and our son David Bartlett just got approved and accepted to be a cadet, so we're very excited. David made some poor choices, got hooked up with some kids that were bad influences, and he's intelligent, and he's not succeeding in the public school system.
Yes, sir! Yes, sir! Yes, sir!
Head and eyes straight forward! Do not stand there! Say it loud! Say it loud!
Yes, sir! Yes, sir! Yes, sir! Yes, sir! Yes, sir! Yes, sir!
Everybody who was here made the choice to be here, and that tells me that they want to turn it around, and it can be turned around. It's never too late to make good choices, and I have a lot of respect for those kids for that. You know, it just makes me feel really good. As a teen, I struggle with a lot of the same stuff. I see myself in some of these kids, and I can see some of these kids who remind me of me, and I know that they have the strength to get there. I know they do. They just need to know that they do, because I believe a lot of them have been getting told along the way, you're nothing, you're not strong, you're never going to be anything. Why are you even trying? We turn that around here. And it's a tough love approach that we take, but they know we care for them. They know it. These kids are our future. We cannot allow them to fall through the cracks.
Mama, can't you see?
Mama, can't you see?
What the Academy's done for me.
What the Academy's done for me.
Mama, can't you see?
Mama, can't you see?
What the Academy's done for me.
What the Academy's done for me.
I was in public schools for about 30 years before I became the director of the Michigan Youth Challenge Academy, so I speak with a little bit of authority when I say that there are many, many kids in Michigan who just don't fit in regular public education classrooms. Michigan has about 40,000 dropouts a year that drop out for various reasons. Many of those reasons are completely beyond the control of the kid. Circumstances at home, circumstances in the school just somehow make it impossible for them to stay there and learn. And these kids are not dumb. They're not unintelligent. They're not lazy. They just can't make it where they are, and they deserve another chance somewhere in our system. The Michigan Youth Challenge Academy is the only program I know of that gives them that chance. We take 16 to 19-year-old high school dropouts who are unemployed, do not yet have a high school degree, and do not have a felony. And we turn them into taxpayers in the 22-week residential program. When they leave us at the end of the 22-week residential program, they go out the door with a graduation certificate. 65% of them will have a GED. They will all have either 13 or 15 credit hours from Kalamazoo Valley Community College, and they will all have what we call a placement. A placement means they'll either have a job, they'll go back to school if they didn't get their GED. Some of them may go in the military. Some of them may have a combination of two part-time positions to equal a full-time placement. But they're all going out the door as taxpayers and not tax burdens.
I'm here with Brigadier General Roger Allen, who is the director of the Michigan Youth Challenge Academy, located in Battle Creek, Michigan. General Allen, what is your history with the program, Michigan Youth Challenge Academy?
I started the Academy in 1999. I came on board in February. We had our first class beginning in August of 1999, and we've had 20 cycles since then.
Now, why do you think this program is so important, and why do you keep working? This is a 10-year commitment from you. Why is it important to you?
I spent 30 years in public education, and that was a great job, but I have never seen any program in my life that works as well for kids, for teenagers, as the Michigan Youth Challenge Academy. And I keep doing it because I've never felt more fulfilled and I've never felt better about going to work than I do right now.
Now, there are 34 Youth Challenge Academies across the country. We only have the one here in Michigan. What are some of your successes?
Well, nationwide, there are numerous successes. I can only really speak with any kind of authority about Michigan Youth Challenge's successes, but we have about 65% of our kids who have earned a GED while they were at the academy, and many of them earn their GED after they leave. About 40% of our kids have joined the military in the past 10 years. About 10 to 12% of those kids will join right out of our academy. All of our kids leave with a mentor, so we track them through the mentor. The mentor gives us information on how well they're doing, and so we know where they are and how they're doing, and they're all doing quite well with about a 92% success ratio. When I say success, I mean they're paying taxes, they're not involved with the Health and Human Services people, and they're not in jail, they're not getting rearrested. They're doing just fine.
Well, thank you for your continued work with this program and taking the time to really promote this program throughout our state and help those kids each day. Thank you.
Thank you.
First, I speak from a mom and from my heart of what this program has done for Micah and I. Micah literally had made some wrong choices, was heading down a wrong path. Teachers called. He had full potential, but just chose not to. Anger. A lot of anger outbursts in our home, a lot of frustration. I could see Micah literally spiraling out of control, not able to get it together. We went back and forth with probation officer, why he was making the choices he was, lost all sense of boundaries, lost all sense of hope. And I have to literally say, our relationship was severed completely because we went through some counseling, and I knew Micah at that point needed some intense leadership, something that would bring self-control and self-discipline back to him.
I came into this program not really caring, not really giving it all I had, and not doing the right things in the right path. But as you go through and you learn more about the academy, you just learn to do the right things and how easy it is to make the right choices. And it's a lot easier in life to do the right things than it is to do the wrong. And it just means a lot to everybody here that this academy stays open, because for some people it's the last chance before they go to prison or not have a home or something like that. But everybody that's here wants to be here and wants to do it for the right things, and the academy helps them in many ways that you can't really explain. And that's about it.
I am now joined with Brenda Passerby and her son Micah, who is a current cadet at Michigan Youth Challenge Academy. So Brenda, why did you look for Michigan Youth Challenge Academy, and how did you hear about it?
Micah's probation officer and his school teacher had told me about the Michigan Youth Challenge Academy. It really has helped Micah. It was the last resort. I mean, Micah was looking at a detention center. He had just was not making the right choices academic-wise, a lot of anger issues. The MYCA, literally within 2 weeks, to watch these kids march in after boot camp, after their 2 weeks, and to see them marching in formation, the self-control, the self-discipline that they've given back to these kids has been remarkable.
Now, that was just after 2 weeks. Have you had a chance to see Micah before today about the program, or gotten any letters from him or anything?
I have not seen him. Today was the first to see him. The letters have been, Mom, I finally get it. Mom, I get the big picture now. Mom, I've learned this quote for today. This is my motto. The letters have been, I sit and just fall on my face and cry. I am overwhelmed with what they have done, literally. And I see the big picture of what they're giving back to these kids.
That's great. Now, Micah, you are currently in the class, and this is a voluntary program. What made you agree to take this on yourself with a 22-week program that's very physically intensive, challenging, and academically as well?
Just wanted to do something that was right, and like the challenge of it, and just wanting to be in the military, wanted to see what it would be like too. So just the experience.
And what have you found after your pre-challenge, which is that first 2 weeks? How relieved were you when that was over?
Pretty relieved, just more excited to get into like the schoolwork and get into the groove of things.
Now that you're in the academic part of it as well, what is your typical day like?
We just go to school in the morning, and then we come home, have about an hour for study hall, and then we do like physical training after that, and then we have like shower time, and then after that it's usually just like our own time to write notes home or do what we have to do, homework, and then it's usually go to bed after that, and then get up and do it again.
Do it all over again. Now, what are some of the things that you've learned in this? It's only been a month and a half, really, since you've been in the program. What has struck you the most that you've learned or been the most rewarding to you so far?
Just to respect people and just do the right thing when nobody's looking, just have a lot of integrity.
Well, I appreciate you taking the time to come today, and thank you for sharing your story. We appreciate it. Thank you.
This is the Michigan Youth Challenge Academy is an absolutely wonderful program. We've been doing it for 10 years now, and we've really changed the lives, literally, of 1,800 young people over the past 10 years. It's something we need to really continue to do. It's a wonderful program for the cadets, but it's also a wonderful program for Michigan. I think we'd all agree that we would first and foremost like to have these young people in school. If they were in school, based on the school aid formula that we presently have, we would pay actually more, probably about $1.5 million for these young people to be in school. Certainly we don't want to save money on the backs of young people who have dropped out. And so the $1.3 million that we use to operate this program is money well spent, because at the end of it, they graduate, they normally get a GED, but all of our young people either go into the military, go back to school, or go to a job, 100% of them. That's a great bargain, and the taxpayers actually save about $200,000 in the process. You know, to the cadets that are coming in for the first time, I would just say that one, you've made a great choice. Two, you're gonna learn an awful lot in this program. You're gonna learn things that are gonna change your life and set you up for success in the future. You're going to build relationships with fellow cadets and also with the staff at the Youth Challenge Academy that will change your life as well. So I would wish each cadet the very best in the program, and more importantly, the very best as they go out and add value to our country and to our state.
It actually did really good. I came here, I actually wasn't that much of a troublemaker. I just didn't do good in school. School was like too easy, you know, to leave and stuff. I'd skip school and stuff, and I ended up getting held back a couple of times. But here, like, I do good. They got a good school program here, and I needed to come here to get more discipline, so I got more discipline.
Well, I used to be a very troubled kid. Never used to obey what my mom told me to do, and then all of a sudden I come here and I'm all structured and disciplined and pay a lot more attention to everything that's going around.
Well, the academy, first and foremost, took me from somebody who was a high school dropout on my way to nowhere. It gave me the lessons that I needed to move on with my life. You know, I joined the military fresh out of the academy and got the skills I needed to succeed. To anybody who's thinking about joining the academy, this program is not easy, but it will change your life for the better. The program, the first 2 weeks are hard, and they probably will be the worst 2 weeks of your life. I know they were mine. But after that 2 weeks is over, do your best and finish the program. And I guarantee you will be successful in life.